Combination vehicles. Question number 1. Where should the tractor be when you inspect landing gear after uncoupling the trailer? After uncoupling, okay? You have uncoupled the trailer. So where should the tractor be when you inspect landing gear? It should be with the tractor frame under the trailer. Okay,
tractor frame.
You should, for again, safety first. You have to ensure safety. While you inspect landing gear, leave the tractor frame under the trailer. Okay, so when you inspect, that's a key word, it should be under. When you make sure, you can like clear it out. So you inspect after uncoupling, tractor should be under the trailer. Question number 2. While driving behind other vehicle under good condition, you should allow at least 1 second between your vehicle and the vehicle ahead for each how many feet of your vehicle length. Okay, long complicated questions, but just pay attention. 1 second, okay, distance, that's definitely 10. That was true for general knowledge, that was true for any other divisions of your exam. Just remember, 1 second is 1 second per 10 feet of your vehicle length. So if your vehicle are 100 feet long, you need to take to allow 10 seconds, right? 10 feet, 1 second. Question number 3. There are 2 things that a driver can do to prevent a rollover, and they are: first, keep the cargo as close to the ground as possible, and what is the second one? Okay, the second one, just remember, go slow around turns.
Go slow around turns.
Sometimes you'll be given the same question, but with a different choice. Go slow around turns will appeal here in the question, and then you will choose the other one. So always 2 things you can do to prevent a rollover. And the first one, keep the cargo as close to the ground as possible. And the second one, go slow around turn. Question number 4. The air brake leakage rate, for a combination vehicle with the engine off and the brakes off should be less than how many psi per minute? And here is 3. With the brakes off, the leak for combination vehicle should not exceed 3 psi per minute. 3 with the brakes off. Question number 5. The safest way to make turn without entering another traffic lane is. So what is the safest way for you to make a turn without entering another traffic lane? And this is option B, choice B. You should turn wide when as you complete the turn.
As you complete.
In other words, in the end of your maneuver, when you complete the turn, that's when you need to swing wide, to turn wide. Not when you start, not in any other moment of time. Complete the turn. When you complete the turn, should turn wide. Very good. Question number 6. The higher the center of gravity of your truck, the what? Definitely easy to turn over, because when you put your load high above the ground, then you increase your chance to turn over. So the higher the center of gravity of your truck is, then easier to turn over. Okay, very good. Question number 7. If the service line comes apart while you are driving combination vehicle, but the emergency line stays together. What will happen right away? You need to remember service line, the blue line, right? Emergency line, red line. Emergency line, it's called emergency because it signals, it reacts to the emergency. When the pressure drops, something happens right away. But when service line comes apart and emergency line at the same time stays together, nothing gonna happen until you try to apply the brakes. Alright? So when you read the combination like this, service comes apart, emergency stays together, nothing is likely to happen until you try to apply the brakes. Right? Very good. Question number 8. Glad hands are usually connecting which of these? And you simply need to be familiar with the terminology. Glad hands, that's a special words used to identify service and emergency airlines from the vehicle to the trailer. Okay? They are associated with the airlines. So when you read glad hands, what they are something, you don't even need to give a description. They just associate with the airlines. Glad hands, airlines. Question number 9. A driver crosses the airlines when hooking up to an old trailer.
Old trailer.
What will happen?
What does it mean, old trailer?
Yeah, you need to remember. When you read old trailer, you just need to, it needs to come to your mind that old trailer means made before 1975. And those trailers, they usually do not have spring brakes. And here is the option. If the trailer has no spring brakes, which it does not, you could drive away, but you wouldn't have trailer brakes.
That's it?
Yeah. So when you read old trailer, okay, go directly to no spring brakes. That's an option. No spring brakes, you could drive away. Question number 10. A hand valve should be used. Okay? You just again need to remember, hand valve, that's a special device which is used only for one purpose, to check, to test the trailer brakes.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Not for anything else. So hand valve, okay, to test the trailer brakes. Hand valve should be used to test. Only for this particular purpose.
Never during your movement.
And not for anything else, no matter what. Question number 11. When driving a set of doubles, it is necessary to close which shut-off valve in the last trailer. Again, simple logic is applied here. Last trailer, which one you need to, even if you don't know what the shut-off valve is, but you need to close which one? Back. Definitely back. Last, back.
Last, back.
Last, back. Right? Very good. Question number 12. If the service line comes apart,
Again,
the same question. Don't be surprised. Sometimes you'll be encountered, that kind of repetition of questions. No problem. That's
but
the same.
different answer.
Yeah, you might be given different choices, but still the right answer is only one. If service line comes apart, emergency line stays together, what's going to happen? Nothing is likely to happen until you try to apply the brakes.
Service line is always empty until you apply the brakes.
Yeah, the question is the same. Choices which are given to you are different compared to the previous question. But the right answer, the right choice is always the same. Okay, nothing is likely to happen. Why is that? Because service line is empty until you put the brakes, until you apply, right, the pressure to it. That's why nothing is likely to happen. Very good. 13. You are about to back your tractor under a semi-trailer. Okay, you are going to connect them. The trailer is at the right height when? Okay, what is the sign for you that it is on the right height, at the right height? Trailer will be lifted slightly.
Slightly.
Slightly. Good word, slightly. When the tractor backs under it. Okay, that's a height, right height, lifted slightly. Question number 14. Your emergency airline breaks or gets pulled apart while you are driving. Now you got it. Emergency airline brakes. So, in this case, the loss of pressure will cause what? It will cause the emergency trailer brakes to come on. Again, that's why your emergency airline is called the emergency, because when something happened to the pressure in the emergency line, it causes the emergency trailer brakes to come on. Emergency here in the answer, in the question. Okay, so that will help you to identify the right choice. Emergency line, emergency brakes. Remember. Question number 15. If the brakes are not released when you pushed the trailer air supply valve, you should check airline connection.
Something wrong?
Yeah, something wrong. You need to check first. Always do check first. If even you don't know what the trailer air supply valve is, but it's something with the air, right? So if it is not released, something wrong. So air supply valve, check airline connection. Oh, you don't cross them. Check first. Check. Don't check electrical connection. So you see trailer air supply valve. Check airline connection.
Airline connections.
Question number 16. Air brake equipped trailers made before 1975. Well, it's been a while ago, but they are still on the road, and you need to know that those trailers often do not have spring brakes. They are still operated, and you need to remember it's again safety matter. Those trailers, old trailers, they do not have spring brakes. Okay, do not have spring brakes. Old trailer, made before 1975. No spring brakes on them. Question number 17. There are two things that a driver can do to prevent a rollover, and you know them. And now you're given another choice
in reverse order.
In reverse order. The first one is go slow around turns. What is the second one? The second one is definitely keep the cargo as close to the ground as possible. So your center of gravity should not be high, right? Close to the ground as possible. Question number 18. After connecting the airlines, but before backing under the trailer, what should you do? You need to remember, you need to supply air to the trailer system. Okay, especially it's important for the old trailer which do not have spring brakes. You connect the airlines. Why you did it? What for? To supply air. That's why when you read such a question, after connecting the airlines, but before backing, what you need to do? You need to supply air. You need to supply air. Then to make sure the system is fully charged, then to activate emergency spring brakes, and then you will be allow it to back under the trailer. So that's the sequence of the events. But for us, what is important, you read. You connect after connecting airlines, but before backing. What do you need to do? You need to supply air to the trailer system. Supply air. Question number 19. Which part of the kingpin should be locking jaws close around? Locking jaws close around, it's simply commit to your memory, shank. Shank. The shank of the kingpin, the locking jaws should close around the shank of the kingpin. Okay? You are not be given a picture, but just remember, shank of the kingpin, the narrowest part of the kingpin. That's where the locking jaws should be close around.
Yeah, you can refer to the picture in your handbook.
All right. Question number 20. How much space should be allowed between upper and lower fifth wheel? Okay, you are given the tricky question. How much space should be allowed? Nothing. No space should be allowed because those upper and lower fifth wheel are two plates and they should not be separated, well, nothing by degrees. Should not be visible space between them. No space, nothing. Okay, very good. Question number 21. You have pushed the trailer air supply valve. You should not back a tractor under a trailer until the whole air system is what? Definitely is normal pressure.
At normal pressure.
That's normal logic. You have pushed the trailer air supply valve. That means you started to supply air to the system, right? And now you need to wait until the system gets to the normal pressure, which is, by the way, 125 psi, as you learned from the previous air brake section. Okay, normal pressure. Question number 22. You are coupling tractor to a semi-trailer. You are in the process, you are coupling. You have connected the air lines. Now, before backing under the trailer, you should supply air to the trailer system. Again, the questions looks and sounds very similar to the questions we had like 2 questions ago, but different choices, different options are given to you. But again, the right choice, right answer is the same. You supply air to the trailer system because you connected the air lines. Why you did it? To supply air and then pull out the air supply knob. But most importantly, you connected the air lines, you supply air to the trailer system. Supply air before backing. Question number 23. You are coupling a tractor to a semi-trailer and have backed up, but are not under it yet. What should you hook up before backing under? You need to read and pay attention to the details. So you need to well, get a clear picture where you are. You are coupling a tractor. You have backed up, but not under it completely. What should you hook up? Well, emergency and service air lines. Okay, that's again the whole sequence of the events. You before you completely backing under the trailer, you need to hook up air lines, you need to supply air, you need to make sure the air system is fully charged, and only then you are allowed to complete, well, the connection. So again, you read question, you are coupling the tractor, you have backed up, but are not under it. What should you hook up before backing? Emergency
and service air lines.
Question 24. Tractor with what kind of trailer requires the shortest amount of stopping distance? Shortest. Which one tractor with tractor with which one trailer takes the shortest amount? And the correct answer is C, fully loaded.
Fully loaded.
Not empty, not partly loaded, not overloaded. It's just fully loaded. Takes the shortest amount. Okay? Shortest. The distance is the shortest one. Fully loaded trailer. Again, repetition of the same question we encountered before. There are two things, question number 25. There are two things that the driver can do to prevent a rollover. Again, you are given one and you need to point out which one the second. The first one which is given is first, keep the cargo as close to the ground as possible. So you definitely know which one the second is, go slow around turns.
Go slow
this
around
is the
turns.
pair, okay? And the second one, go slow around turns. Obvious, okay? Let's see, yes, go slow. Question number 26. After you have coupled the trailer, you should have to raise the landing gear by using what? By using low gear.
Low gear.
The logic is the same. Every single thing you have to do with caution, okay, preferably slowly, securely. So low gear provides you with the, well, security. You need to raise the landing gear by using low gear. Question number 27. You supply air to the trailer tanks by doing what? Again, you just need to remember, if you're not familiar with the the cap, you just need to remember, you supply by pushing.
Pushing in.
Pushing in. Not pulling, not connecting anything. You supply, you let the air go to the trailer tanks by pushing in the trailer air supply valve. Actually, this is the red button. Pushing in. Again, the same question. There are two things that the driver can do to prevent a rollover, and they are, now you are given the first one, go slow around turn. Which one the second? Keep the cargo as close to the ground as possible. As close to the ground as possible. Question number 29. Why should you be sure that the fifth wheel plate is greased? Why should you be sure it is greased? Simple thing. It's, well, to prevent steering problems.
To prevent steering problem.
Okay, to prevent steering problem. That's why it should be greased, to prevent any potential steering problems. Question number 30. Your emergency airline brakes all gets pulled apart while you are driving. Your emergency line.
Red one.
And now the loss of pressure will cause what? Okay, emergency trailer brakes to come on. Again, simple logic. Emergency airline, that's why it's called emergency, because it reacts to the, well, serious emergent problem. Emergency airline brakes, emergency trailer brakes to come on. Okay, that's what emergency airline problem will cause. Okay, emergency trailer brakes to come on. Emergency. Question number 31. When connecting the glad hands, press the two seals with the coupler together. At what degree to each other? Well, you just need to remember 90 degrees. 90. Glad hands. That's how you connect the air lines to well, to the airline connection. So you use 90 degrees angle. Okay, glad hands, 90 degrees. Very good. Question number 32. Well, simple question. Which of these statements is true? So you need to read through all three of them, and the correct answer here is yes, C. Okay, bobtail tractors can take longer to stop than a combination vehicles loaded to maximum gross weight. Okay, that's why, again, please be very careful, read all of them, and when you find these bobtail tractors, that's a clue for you that this answer, this choice
Bobtail
is
tractor,
correct.
our keyword.
Bobtail can take longer to stop than the combination vehicles loaded to a maximum gross weight. Bobtail, bobtail. Whenever you see bobtail, that's an indication of the correct answer. Question number 33. Why should you lock the tractor glad hands to each other or to dummy couplers when you are not towing a trailer? When you are not towing a trailer, which is driving bobtail tractor. Again, simple logic. It will keep dirt or water out of the lines. Security. You should lock glad hands together to each other when you're not towing a trailer to keep dirt or water out of the air lines. Dirt and water. Question number 34. When backing a tractor under a trailer, what should you do when backing? Again, read all of them, and when you find lowest reverse gear,
Lowest reverse gear. Lowest.
Okay, always use low gear. Low gear for raising landing gears, for coupling tractor trailers, for driving on the road
To the mountain.
Yeah, to the mountain. Use lowest reverse gear. Okay, lowest gear. Question number 35. After the trailer has been coupled to the tractor, the tractor protection control valve should be placed in what position? It should be placed in normal position. Again, if even you don't know what does it mean, down or up, just apply simple logic. After the trailer has been coupled, it's been coupled, it has been already coupled. In what position it might be? Well, possibly. Of course, normal, otherwise you wouldn't be able to drive away. So, in normal position, normal. Question number 36. The fifth wheel locking lever is not locked after the jaws close around the kingpin. This means that. What does it mean? Again, if you don't know what the fifth wheel or locking lever or jaws, all of them mean, at least you read, it is not locked. So, potential problem. If it's not locked, the coupling is not right.
The coupling is not right.
Okay, again, you don't need to know all the technical details. You just read, is not locked. The coupling is not right, and definitely should be fixed before driving the coupled unit. Before, again, that's the second indication that this choice is correct. Coupling is not right and should be fixed before you drive. Question number 37. Off-tracking or cheating causes of which of these to follow the wider path while making a turn? Again, it's very sophisticated a statement, but what exactly is asked? It is asked off-tracking, which one combination vehicle, which one rig has more chance to make a wide turn. And when you read triple, that's the indication of the correct answer. You don't even calculate 27, 2 trailers. You read triple. The more trailers you have, the more wide you have to go around the corner. All right. So when you see triple, off tracking, triple. Okay. So the actual length of the trailer is not applied here. What is applied is triple. Question number 38. The iron trailer supports are up, and now the trailer is resting on the tractor. Now you need to make sure. You need to make sure there is enough clearance between tractor frame and the landing gears. Again, please be careful, read all of them. There is also enough clearance in this choice, but it's not correct, because enough clearance between the upper and lower fifth wheels means that something is wrong. Shouldn't be any space between them, right? So should be enough clearance where? Between the tractor frame and the landing gears. That means that the coupling is right. Okay? Let's see, landing gears. That's where the you need the clearance, enough clearance. Because if they are, or one of them is too close to the frame, that means that the coupling is not correct. Question number 39. When you are uncoupling, now you are uncoupling a loaded trailer, you should lower the landing gear until it make firm contact, firm contact with the ground, and then crackle hits a low gear again a few extra turns to make sure that you really have a good contact with the ground. And when you remove the trailer from the from under the trailer, the landing gears will hold, will support. Okay, again, read. When you're uncoupling, you should lower, so that's a key, you uncoupling. And now you should lower the landing gears in what way? Until it makes firm contact.
Firm contact.
And use low gears also. That's another key. Question number 40. What will happen if the airlines are crossed when you hook up to an old trailer? Again,
old trailer.
When you read old trailer, it should immediately comes to your mind, old trailer, it doesn't have spring brakes. If it doesn't have spring brakes, so you probably would be able to drive away. You would be probably drive away, but you wouldn't have trailer brakes. So when you read old trailer, well, you need to remember, old trailer, they do not
has
often
no
do
spring
not
brakes.
Spring brakes. In this case, you could drive away, but you wouldn't have trailer brakes. Okay, let's see. Yes, you could drive away. Again, fifth or sixth time repetition of the same question, just for us to remember that there are two things that the driver can do to prevent a rollover, and they are keep the cargo as close to the ground as possible. One, and what is number two? The second one, go slow.
Go slow.
Around turns. Make turns as gently as possible. Go slow around turns. Well, question number 42. To stop a trailer skid, what should you do? You should definitely release the service brakes.
Release the service brakes.
Don't ever think to use handbrakes, not even counter steer in this particular case. Trailer skid happens because you brake too hard. So in this case, trailer skid, if it happens, release the service brakes. Release brakes. To restore traction between tires and the road surface, right? Very good. Question number 43. Now, if you cannot make a turn, you cannot make a turn without entering another traffic lane. So what should you do? You should turn wide when? Oh, as you complete
the turn.
Not when you start, not when you, well, in any other place. You should turn wide as you complete the turn. Question number 44. The airlines on the combination vehicles are often colored to prevent them from mixing up. And the emergency line is what color, and the service line is what color? Definitely the emergency line red. Emergency red. That's easy. Okay.
Red.
Red. And the service is blue.
Red and blue.
You choose that sequence, red and blue, not blue-red, okay? Red and blue, because that's the order you are asked. The emergency line is what? Red, service, blue, okay? Not blue-red. Red, blue. Well, again, direct question, number 45. Semi-trailer made before 1975.
All trailer.
All trailer that are equipped with the air brakes. They what? They often do not have spring brakes.
Do not have spring
Whenever
brakes.
you read old trailer, whenever you read trailer made before 1975, find spring brakes, and that will be the right choice.
Indicator of right answer.
Okay, very good. Question number 46. The air leakage rate, the leak, for a combination vehicle's engine off, brakes on, should be less than how many psi per minute? 4. Please
4. Remember,
when you read brakes on, that means 4. The previous question, one of the previous question, well, you've been asked with the brakes off. With the brakes off, the leakage rate would be 3. But here, leakage rate with the engine off and brakes on is 4. Okay, very good. Question number 47. Compared to a straight truck or bus, there are, well, how many things to inspect in combination vehicles? Fewer, same, or more? Definitely the right answer, more. There are more things to inspect in combination vehicles. A lot more things to inspect in combination vehicles. More. Question number 48. When checking the trailer emergency brakes, the tractor protection control valve should be placed in what position? The clue here is emergency. You check the emergency brakes, so the protection control valve should be placed in emergency position. Emergency brakes checking, emergency position. You should pull out the red knob, which means emergency position of this protection control valve. Question number 49. In normal driving, some drivers use the hand valve before the brake pedal to prevent a jackknife. Which of the statements is true? The true statement is A. It should not be done. Never use. Should not be done. Never use hand valve except of the checking, when you check, when you test the brakes. But never use, should not be done. Hand valve should never.
Not during the driving.
Not during the driving. Okay? Very good. Question number 50. While checking if the trailer is securely coupled to the trailer, the landing gears should be in what position? While checking if the trailer is securely coupled, landing gears should be slightly raised.
Slightly raised.
They should not be fully, not lowered, not raised. They should be slightly raised. When you check if this is securely coupled, it should be slightly raised. Just remember, checking, slightly raised. You fully raise them when you drive away, but when you check, they still should be slightly raised. In case if coupling is not complete, is not secure, at least your trailer will not fall. Question number 51. Air and electrical lines from the tractor to the trailer should be. Air and electrical lines from the tractor to the trailer should be secured.
Secured.
Good word. Secured, but with enough loop to turn. but definitely they should be secured. Whenever you see the word secure, that's 99% right answer. Secure. Question number 52. You have a major leak in the service line and you put on the brakes. Service air will escape and cause the what? The trailer emergency brakes to come on. Okay, again, if you have a major leak in service line and you don't touch the brakes, nothing gonna happen. But as soon as you put on the brakes, service air will escape from the system and cause the trailer emergency brakes to come on. Question number 53. A tractor with what kind of trailers requires the shortest amount of stopping distance? Okay, the shortest, and definitely the shortest would be fully loaded. A tractor with a fully loaded trailer or trailers requires the shortest amount of stopping distance. Okay, empty, lightly loaded would require longer distance to stop. Fully loaded tractor, because the brake system and suspension system of the fully loaded combination vehicles is specifically designed to stop the vehicle when it is fully loaded. All right, fully loaded. Question number 54. When you get ready to back under a semi-trailer, you should line up. How? And answer is obvious. You should line up directly in front of the trailer. No angle is permitted. All right, you should line up directly in front of the trailer. That's the only right position for secure coupling. Question number 55. Off-tracking or cheating causes of which of these to follow the wider pass while making a turn? In other words, in plain English, which one of these three combination vehicles will make a wider turn? Which way you need to turn as wide as possible? And the right answer is this one, triple. The more trailers you have, you are towing, the wider you need to drive while making turn, and that's the correct answer. You do not have to add which one is longer. No, which one has more trailers. Okay, that's why triple make wider turn. Question number 56. You should not back a tractor under a trailer until the hauler system is what? And again, answer is obvious. The hauler system should be at normal pressure.
Normal pressure.
Which is, by the way, 125 psi. But again, at normal pressure. Don't do anything until the air system is fully charged with a normal pressure. Okay, normal pressure. Question number 57. After you lock the kingpin into the fifth wheel, you should check the connection by doing one of these actions. And definitely the right answer, you should check the connection by pulling the tractor gently.
Gently.
Again, the key word, magic word, whatever word, which indicates the right answer. Or everything you do with securely, gently, pulling the tractor ahead gently with the trailer brakes locked. That's how you check the connection between the kingpin and fifth wheel. Pulling the tractor ahead gently. Question number 58. When should you use the hand valve to park a combination vehicles? Aha, now you remember, guys. To park a combination vehicles, never. When should you use? Never. Not for parking, not for driving, not for anything else except of the testing, checking the brake. So when you ask it, when you should use the hand valve to park, no, never. Question number 59. You have coupled with a semi-trailer. Where should you put the iron trailer supports before driving away? You remember, like 5 questions ago, you were asked where should the iron trailer support be when you checked? And the answer was slightly raised. Now you are ready to drive away. Where should the iron trailer support be? They should be fully raised now and with the crank handle secured. So this is another indication of the right answer. Secured in its bracket. They should be fully raised. They should be first fully raised and then you need to secure. And the indication for you is fully raised. Don't get tricked with the handle secured, because everywhere handle secured, but they should be fully raised. Again, remember, when you check, they should be slightly raised. When you're ready to drive away, they should be fully raised. Okay, otherwise you may hit the the road. Question number 60. The safety catch for the fifth wheel locking lever must be in what position for a coupling to be complete? If even you don't know what the safety catch is, but it should be over the locking lever. Just remember, over, because it's physically impossible for this device to be under, to be straight up. It should be over the locking lever. Just remember, safety catch for coupling to be complete should be over the locking lever. That's it. Question number 61. After you supply air to the trailer, make sure the air lines are not crossed and the trailer brakes working. This is done by applying and releasing the trailer brakes and listening for the sound of the brakes. And by the way, this is what you use your hand valve. With the hand valve, you apply and release the trailer brakes, only trailer brakes, not the tractor, and listen if there is sound, hissing sound of the trailer brakes. Okay? So again, after you supply air, you need to check if they are not crossed. And this is doing by applying, releasing, and listening for the sound. Listening for the sound. That's how trailer brakes are checked. Question number 62. Before you back under a trailer, make sure that, and again, answer is obvious, make sure trailer brakes are locked, because otherwise you can hit the trailer with your tractor and, make it rolling. So before you back under a trailer, make sure the trailer brakes locked. So you're going under the trailer, make sure trailer brakes are locked. Okay, trailer brakes are locked. Question number 63. How should you test the tractor semi-trailer connection for security? How should you test the connection for security? Again, the answer is obvious, because we have the word gently. Pull gently forward. Whenever you see gently, 99% it is a right answer. Pull gently forward in low gear against the lock trailer brakes, then look at it carefully. The key is gently. That's how you check the connection. You pull gently and then look carefully. Okay? Question number 64. The front trailer supports are up and the trailer is resting on the tractor. Make sure when you see that you need to check enough clearance between top of the tractor tires. You need to make sure there is enough clearance. So 2 clearances, both A and B are correct, because that's what you need to check. You need to check both the clearance between the top of the tractor tires and the nose of the trailer, and you also need to check enough clearance between the tractor frame and the landing gear. So when you see two clearances, the right answer would be both. Question number 65. To unlock the fifth wheel, the locking lever should be placed in what position? Again, guys, think logically. You need to unlock it to make it open. So definitely it should be put in the open position. Question number 65. To unlock the fifth wheel, the locking lever should be placed in what position? And the answer is obvious. Open position. You need to unlock the fifth wheel. You need to unlock the connection. You need to open the connection. That's why when you need to unlock, it should be placed, locking lever should be placed in open position. Open. Question number 66. The tractor protection valve will close and the trailer emergency brakes will come on when there is a major leak in what system and what brake line. And definitely emergency brakes will come on when the major leak in the emergency system. Emergency. Two words. Question number 67. When coupling, the proper position of the fifth wheel is, and the proper position is of the fifth wheel, you just need to figure out. It should be tilted down toward the end of the trailer. The fifth wheel, when unlocked, a little bit tilted down toward the end of the trailer. Just figure out how the bobtail looks like when you look at it from the side. The fifth wheel is tilted down toward the end of the trailer, to the nose of the trailer, you may say. Tilted down, not forward, not horizontal. Question number 68. What gear should the tractor engine be in after you uncouple the trailer? And now you are inspecting. Again, logically, think logically. You uncouple and you are outside. You are inspecting the trailer supports. And what gear the engine should be? In neutral gear, definitely, right? For the vehicle not to move, not to drive away without you. So when you inspect the trailer supports, the engine, tractor engine, should be in neutral gear. Question number 69. When uncoupling the trailer, after you shut off the trailer air supply and lock the trailer brakes. Now, you shut off the trailer air supply and you lock the trailer brakes. What should you do when you uncoupling? And definitely, you need to back up gently to ease pressure on the fifth wheel. Again, if even you don't know what you need to do, whenever you see the word gently, that's a right answer. Okay? Question number 70. You are driving a combination vehicle when the trailer breaks away. Boom. Pulling apart both air lines, and you expect the trailer brakes to come on and the tractor protection valve to close. That's a general regular sequence of the events in that emergency situation. If your both lines are broken, pulled apart, then you expect the trailer brakes to come on and your tractor protection valve to close to secure the tractor air system, right? The tractor protection valve to close. We are done with the combination vehicle section, and we have not done any mistake. In case you do, you just click on this option, question with a wrong answer, and the computer, the program will repeat wrong answers,
Only wrong.
answers, questions for you. All right. Wish you good luck, and thank you so much.
Beautiful, huh?